Hey. Good morning, great peeps. How are you? Nicole Cooper here, hopping on for the daily challenge. Today is day 5, peeps. Today is day 5. And I will just say that it's amazing what happens when you make a commitment to do something. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this shift that we're going into in 2020. All right, we're going into 2020. Everybody's going to start doing the whole mindset shift thing and planning and, all the what is it, the resolutions, right, that people put together. People are getting ready for whatever it is, they're ready for a shift, right? So let me talk to you guys today about 3 must-haves for 2020. All right, 3 must-haves for 2020 as we're going into the holiday season. Hey guys, hey Tamisha. As we're going into the holiday season, a lot of people get very blah around this time of year. It's like, oh, it's the end of the year. It's time to take a break. It's time to take a load off. We want to chill and recover because it's just been like a heck of a year, right? But this is really the year for evaluation and for planning, all right? So this is a time where you want to reflect and see what has happened in this last year. What were some of the goals that you had at the beginning of the year? And what are some of the things that you need to shift to do differently coming forward in 2020? Guys, it's obvious that we're all gonna, you don't have forever in this life, right? And so whatever your goals are, and whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you got to get on it. Like, time is moving very, very fast, right? Thing is not waiting for anybody. So anyway, the first must have that you must have is a clear plan, right? A clear plan. Guys, listen, it's very easy to sit back and say you want to do something, or you wish, or you hope, or I'm praying that such and such happens. But the only real way that you're going to manifest what you want to see happen is to have a clear plan of action. So I'm literally sitting out here, sitting today. If you guys don't know, I'm doing a 2020 vision workshop on December 14th and the 15th. And every year I spend my Decembers planning. And I started this back in 2004 when I got into real estate. And the first time I did this, I sat down, I read this book called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And I wanted to know what it was like to make 6 figures. I had never made 6 figures before. I was young at the time, and I had gotten into real estate. And in this book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, it taught you how to map out your plan to make whatever income you wanted. So it basically asked you what level of income did you want to earn, and then it had you work backwards so that you can get very clear on how to make that income. So when I was a real estate agent, it was how many transactions did I need? How many sales did I want to make? And I've done the same thing almost every single year ever since. And the crazy thing is the year that I did that, my first time doing that, I had my first 6-figure year. The next year, I had my biggest year ever. I think I did like $250,000, right? So the thing is I've learned the power in planning. And every year, I haven't done it the last couple of years. I've been thrown off, but I'm getting back on it. But every year I map out my year. I map out what I want to accomplish, how much I want to earn, what are the key things that I need to do, and what does it take to make it happen. And guys, I've never had less than a 6-figure year in the past 9 years, right? So it works when you put together a plan. Even in my bad years, I haven't had less than a 6-figure year, right? But here's a crazy thing, because I just saw something in my office on my wall for Black Friday. I wrote an income goal for Black Friday. I just wrote it on and put it on the wall, and didn't even think twice about it. And I was sitting at my desk yesterday and I looked at it and I was like, I hit that goal, and I didn't even realize it. Like, when you write something down, it activates something in your mind, and it starts giving you a vision of what you're working towards. So the first thing you must have is a clear plan of action. What is it that you want to accomplish? How do you want to make it happen? I'm actually doing a workshop on December 14th and 15th. I'm walking you through this entire process. And what happens too is, for any of you that are in business, if you are wanting to produce any level of results with your social media presence and the things that you're doing online, you have to be intentional about it, right? So we'll talk about different social media platforms and just the ways to convert all that stuff into income, all right? The second thing that you have to have in 2020, y'all, is collaboration. You cannot do this thing alone. far too many of us are in these isolated spaces, and it is very hard to get yourself past mental blocks when you're isolated. So if you really want to see progression next year, you've got to get plugged into community, you got to get connected to people, and you got to ask for help and start collaborating with other people, because it's just imperative. Like, that's the one thing, y'all, that these millennials got right. These Gen Yers and Gen Zers, they got it right. Like, they move in a tribe of them, and they work together, they support one another, they push and promote each other, and it makes a significant difference. The third thing that you're going to need for 2020 is intense focus. I was reading this morning, we all have heard this before, the Pareto principle. But there's 20% of your activities is probably producing 80% of your output, right? So many of us are probably spreading ourselves too thin. I can admit I've been there too, right? Doing too much. And you got to figure out what you need to remove out of your life so that you can make room for advancement, because the more you're attached to, the more it's pulling from you. And I was saying this morning, I did like my recap video from day 4 from yesterday, and I was like, the only thing we have, y'all, we hear it all the time, is time. The only thing that we can control, really, is, you can't control time, but the only thing that we can take advantage of is our time. We have to know how to maximize our time. And so there might be things that you might have to eliminate in order to make room for other things, or there are things that you might have to bring in some help for, so that you can be able to do more. So these are 3 things that you will want to have for 2020. And it all starts, y'all, with being super intentional, right? So the first thing you need to do is have a plan. If you guys want to get in on the plan, I'll put the link in the comments below for our workshop. We actually are going to be going over all this stuff, like, how do you map it out? What is your what does your year need to look like? What are your income goals? What are the key activities that you need to be a part of? What marketing platforms are you going to be on? Who's your ideal audience? What products and services do you want to offer? What content do you need to create? How do you systematize your content? How do you put content? Like, we literally put content together for clients in 24 hours for their whole 90-day plan, right? But it's all about knowing your offer and knowing what it is that you're going to do. I had put this thing together. Let me pull it up real quick. I put this thing together a couple of years back, and I'm going to be showing this to you guys in the live training for our planning for our session. But it is literally thinking through what your offers are, what are the key products and services that you're going to be offering, and how you basically need to get yourself in front of your clients, right? What are the keywords? What are, in this case, things have changed. What are the hashtags? What platforms do you need to be on, and all that good stuff. And so, it boils down to a plan, y'all. That's it. I mean, bottom line, it boils down to a plan. So let me see if I can pull this up real quick and just and share it with you guys. This is kind of an older one, but this is like an editorial calendar, right? So if you guys can see, this is one of my old ones, but it's understanding the power of a plan. We'll talk about this, but you can see here, like, understanding what your offers are, right? And once you know what your offers are, you can understand what your topic and focus needs to be for the month. You understand, like, the description of, like, what you're going to be focusing on. These are keywords or hashtags or whatever, business topics. But you do this, you start getting very clear on, like, what your different offerings are and things like that. And I'm going to show you, let me see if I could pull this blueprint up. It's on here somewhere. I'll show it to you guys on the live workshop. But you can break your year down. You can break it down real quick. You can break it down into 12 months, 12 topics, 12 focuses, and then whatever your offer is. You can literally build your whole month around that one offer, where everything you do is circulating around promotion of that offer. And so we'll be talking about that in the live workshop. But once again, 3 things you got to have. You got to have a plan. You got to collaborate, y'all. Like, I'm like, this year I'm joining coaching communities, mastermind groups, and all these different things, so that I can get in the air of other people and really hear like what's going on, what's working for you, what are some of the things that you're doing differently, because we can only go so far in our own head. And then the third thing was intense focus, right? Where we start eliminating things that are not beneficial to where we want to be, or delegating more, and then doing what we can to get to the next level. So we're in the midst of this Do the Hard Things Challenge, y'all. If you want to be a part of it, you can join the Facebook community. I'm going to be sharing with you guys shortly about the live workshop. You're going to want to lock your spot. It's going to give you guys some intense plan, like I won't say intense, but a real profit plan, like understanding what it takes to make money. I always map out my goals. So I'll show you guys here. This is one of my older ones. But these are money maps, right? Where you understand like what are your offers, okay? And so we'll talk about how to put your money map in place, what your different offers are. You know, like here I have my projections. If X amount of people buy this product for $497, I'll be at $49,700, right? And then getting clear on like, all right, the offers in January, right? You know, high ticket offers, $5,000, you know, for the year. If 60 people buy my $5,000, this is old. This is not my right now. These are real old. But 60 people for the year for my $5,000 offer, that's $300,000 for the mastermind, right? And putting the date, like the time frame where we will launch that. But getting very clear, right? Having clear numbers, clear goals, clear objectives, and knowing what it takes to win and what it takes to succeed. So these are the kind of things that we're going to be talking about, like real numbers. We're not playing no games. You know, it's crazy because I was telling my team yesterday, I said, it's so funny. People think I just hang out and play on Facebook all day. They have no idea that I'm running a company, right? But at the end of the day, a lot of the things that I do are highly intentional and focused, and I know who my market is. And so a lot of the things that I do, you guys probably never even see, but I still hit my money goals because I know exactly what I need to focus on. So when I come on Facebook, I can play, I can talk about my kids and being a stay-at-home mom and put cute quotes up and all that stuff, because Facebook isn't really my business platform for what I'm doing, right? This is just a community that I'm connected to, but I know where my platform is. So anyway, we're going to be talking about this on the live workshop, but the three things, if you just hopped on, have a plan of action, collaborate with other people, and get intense focus. All right, join us in our Facebook group for the Do the Hard Things Challenge. I'm going to be sharing this video in there as well, and then I'll put a link in the bottom if you want to join us for our live training, okay, for the live 2020 vision training, where we show you how to put a map in place. MAP stands for MAP, stands for Money Activation Plan. All right, y'all have a great and awesome day. Talk to you later. Bye.